Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
The Stallions of Western Michigan University are riding a 9-game win streak into the Arrington Ice Arena to take on the Adrian College Bulldogs. Welcome everyone to the Arrington Ice Arena on the campus of Adrian College. I am Josh Mitchell, joined by Sean Whitmer. And Sean, the Bulldogs are getting ready to take on the Stallions of Western Michigan, who come in with that 9-game win streak and one of the best records in Division III hockey.
Yeah, you mentioned the 9-game win streak. Of course, they started their season with a win versus Arizona State, and then they took on Nebraska. They fell 5-0. They haven't lost since, and they've looked very strong in everything they've done. They're 4-0 at home. They're 6-1 on the road, so they have shown weaknesses when they leave their home ice.
Getting set to take on the Adrian Bulldogs, coming into this game with a 5-3 record, played a couple less games, a couple more losses on the record, but still this team looking all right here to start the season.
Yeah, and they played really good at home. They've only lost one game at the Arrington Ice Arena. That was a 3-2 loss to Northwood in a 2-game series where they fell in both contests. I think the Bulldogs are coming in as confident as ever. They've been playing strong, they've been playing fast, and they've been playing Bulldog hockey.
For Adrian to try and get a win today, they're going to have to keep an eye on number 3 for Western Michigan. Connor Brait comes in with 11 goals on the season. That's top 15 in terms of Division III.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs know exactly who to look at. They can see the same numbers we can before pregame. I think the biggest thing that's going to swing everything is the Stallions, mind you, know that as well. They understand that everyone's going to be marking Brait, and they're going to try to feed other players in order to get Brait open late in the game.
In net for Western Michigan is going to be number 1, Isaac Kressner. He's coming in with 17 goals against on the season, but 197 saves. That's a lot of saves. That means he's facing a lot of shots. And this is an Adrian team that likes to put a lot of shots on goal.
Yeah, just about at every level here in the AIA, you see the Bulldogs just throw shots on net from the point, hope to get deflections in front. If not, then they hope for a fortuitous bounce in the crease, pick it up, and a quick rebound shot. Sees the Bulldogs get a lot of points. I also think this Bulldogs team is very successful in breakaway opportunities. They like to create turnovers in the neutral zone and break down the ice, either a 1-on-0 or 2-on-1, creating just high opportunity shots.
For Adrian, you got to look at a couple of players. They've got 2 goalies. Both have played well this season. We expect to see Ryan Rainey in net tonight. 10 goals against, 105 saves. But they do have number 1, Peyton Langer on the bench as well. He's given up 11 goals and almost 50 saves this season.
It's nice for the Bulldogs when you have 2 goalies that are talented. If one's having a rough day, you go to the other one. If you can do a series split where one plays game 1, one plays game 2, and you don't have to worry about things as much. Of course, as the PA Goose just announced in the AIA, it's going to be Ryan Rainey tonight, meaning maybe we'll see Peyton Langer tomorrow at Western Michigan.
This is a home-and-home series. First game here at Adrian, then we'll hit the road, will the Bulldogs, to travel to Western Michigan for the second game of this set. But here, the game today, minutes away from puck drop from the Arrington Ice Arena, the Adrian College Bulldogs, the Western Michigan University Stallions, getting set for a Division III hockey showdown. Puck drop is next here on ACTV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College. Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena. Josh Mitchell and Sean Whitmer here with you as Adrian College Division III hockey gets set to take on Western Michigan University, as Western Michigan, one of the 5 best records in Division III hockey, only lost 1 game on the season. They will look to keep their season rolling. Bulldogs hoping for the upset. Puck drop moments away.
Yeah, and if you ask this Bulldogs team, they're not thinking that it is an upset. They think that they are right on caliber with this team. Obviously, they've had 3 losses on the season, but they don't think that those losses should have went their way, and they're going to come out playing hard, fast, and confident.
Puck drop is down, and it'll go the way of the Stallions to start things off on the near side. Stolen away quickly by Schmidt for the Bulldogs, out in front, wrapped around to the far side. trying to get a shot on goal. Able to send it that way was Darnell for the Bulldogs, but instead will race the other direction. Flipped ahead by Cranes for the Stallions. Goes back behind net as they poke around back there. Wrap around to the far side by Walsh as the Bulldogs start to get on the move. This pass down the middle, but contact trying to get it back is Dorsch, not able to do so. Theirs will head the other direction, down onto the far side. Collins with it before it gets wrapped all the way back around. Stallions will reset, turnover quickly. Bulldogs trying to get it ahead. Multitude of missed passes here early.
Bulldogs need to do a better job at just finding their man. They're not getting tape to tape. They're trying to lead their teammates too far out in front. It's leading to quite a few turnovers.
Face off on the Bulldog end. Puck down and around into the back. Not able to feed it through into the center. Wraps around and stolen away again by the Bulldogs. Zagrev's not able to get it. Back on the far side, more heavy contact as they now try and race down the ice. And this has just been a multitude of turnovers. Neither team really able to get out in transition either direction so far. Pass down across the blue line, set back onto the far side by Cragen to allow a line change for Western Michigan. Adrian College trying to clear it out of this end, back to neutral ice. Able to execute the back pass to the back defender. Sorrell sends it ahead, but lost away. More players end up on the ice. That shot from out past the blue line sent towards net by Patty, but easily saved by Ryan Rainey. Near side once again as we'll wrap around to the far side. Whitman with it now. He'll go across the blue line. Whitman take it across neutral ice. We'll get on to Western Michigan and skate out in front. Shot blocked away. Shot again. Another deflection. Not able to go in as it'll head back the other way. Over the center line. Sent away by Crouch for Western Michigan. Execute yet another line change as Adrian will try and get it down to the far side of the ice. High quality opportunity early for Adrian. Wasn't able to capitalize. And a loss there. Not able to get control of it was Luke Miller, but team picks him up and now he has it back. Send it over to the back line. Turnover quickly. Back to Luke Miller in the corner. He's contested. Sends it off. Trying to leave it for Owen Barber. He can't get control of it. Now the Stallions have it. They'll send it all the way around the back. Pair of Bulldogs there to pick it up. That's Walker Claiborne who will send it down the ice. Long range shot sent towards goal by Therian. Controlled by the Stallions. To the other side, another long range shot deflected away. Good job by Isaac Ressner in net early for Western Michigan. So smother that one for a puck drop.
Dorsch does a good job there, just skating in towards the dot. Takes the one-time look. It was just better net minding there.
Set for puck drop on the offensive end for Adrian. Trying to get it ahead. Shot deflected away. Back out in front. And a wrap around to the back. Contested on the back line as the Stallions continue to try and clear this as Adrian maintains some good offensive pressure here in the first 4 minutes. Trying to establish control. You get it back out to the blue line. Shot at range. Caught before he even got to Kreshner. Trying to send it across ice. This one gets all the way into the back end. Collins with it back there. He gets it poked away. Trying to move around the back. Instead, he'll wrap it back around to Schmidt. Schmidt gets it poked away right to Dorsch. Dorsch down the ice. He'll skate into the back line. All the way around the back. Leaves it off. Sends it into the middle. Poked away. Brought back out towards center ice by Sorrell. Sorrell will send it down. And collected there by Krasner.
Nice job there by Maxim Sorrell. Sent that in from beyond the blue line, and it looked like it had some eyes on it. Almost caught the netminder sleeping.
Maximilian Schurrell, one of the many international players on this Adrian team, over from Germany. As here's a whistle in the corner.
Maxim Sorrell is actually from Saline, Michigan. I believe you're thinking of Maximilian Schadell, who's from Germany. Two very similar names, easy to get mixed up on our sheets here.
Similar numbers too, 13 and 18. Dropped right into the center, but quickly stolen away by Crampton. He gets tripped up, headed across the ice, and there's a whistle.
Maybe one of the most blatant tripping calls I've ever seen, as I was asking for the whistle well before the arm was even raised. Just a little bit too antsy there by Andras.
Andras, one of the international players. He's over from Hungary. Puck drop on the offensive end. Tucked away back out to the blue line. Able to keep it on the offensive end. Not able to catch it as it went across ice, though.
Looks like they're going to say it deflected off some of that furniture in the ceiling, so it's going to be a puck drop from where the puck left a stick. And that's all the way back down on the stick side, blocker side of Ryan Rainey. Like the physicality out of the Bulldogs that I've seen so far.
Back out in front, back to the blue line. Jack Williams sends it across, shot headed towards goal. Gloved there by Ryan Rainey.
Ryan Rainey doing a good job here, staying alert. He's had 3 shots come his way so far.
Wrapping around, out in front. Shot off towards goal once again. Rebound not quite there. Opportunities again for the Stallions. They'll maintain possession. Another shot. That one goes way high. That one sent off towards net by Jack Williams, the defender out of the midline. Wrapping around once again. Well, Stein Hill send one towards goal, deflected away. Collected again by Jack Williams, sends it back out in front. The other side, another shot, not quite there, and it will skate the other way.
Looked like that one shot towards Rainey's net was deflected off of the knob of his stick as some contact happened in front of the bench area.
Both teams pull a line change. We get back down on the offensive end. The Stallions will reset out towards mine. This is Connor Bate. Deflected away. It sent the other direction. It's a player the Bulldogs have to have their eyes on. Connor Bate leads the team in goals with 11. Top 15 in goals in all of Division III. Here's a whistle.
Yeah, they're going to call him offsides. Just a little bit too antsy there by the Stallions. That leaves 15 seconds left on the power play, and I'd like to quickly apologize. If we say Broncos throughout this broadcast, they are the Stallions of Western Michigan, the club hockey team, of course, adopting a different mascot nickname.
Down into the near corner does Cope as he pushes it in back. He'll chase it down again around his. It's back behind that. Both teams kind of poking for it here. Now sent away onto the far end. Back onto the near side. Taken away by Dorsch as that shot towards goal. Gloved by Ryan Rainey. And another full line change for both teams as we're even on shots so far. Both teams have opportunities here early.
That was Brate that let that one rip from just inside the point there. It was costly turnovers from both sides as Andrash stole it away. He was trying to pass it up ice for a breakaway. Turns it straight into the tape of Brait, who let it rip. But Rainey had eyes all the way through the traffic to watch it into his glove.
Get the puck down. That one sent a long range towards net. Deflected away once again as though stabilized on the near side. Back out in front. Saved. And up into the netting. As this has been a great start so far for Ryan Rainey, as he's had to deflect quite a few shots out in front of him so far. We'll reset once again for another puck drop on the Bulldog end. This one down goes right to Adrian's Dorshitz, as he'll go around the backside. He'll leave it off, trying to wrap it around to a teammate, able to get there and get around the defense is Gavin Scally. He'll go all the way down the ice, gets it poked away for a second, keeps it on the offensive end, but that one goes way up into the rafters here at the Arrington and falls down outside the arena. So we'll have to track down a fresh puck.
It's always interesting when the puck finds its way over the protective netting here. Of course, not as many fans in the standing room sections today, but sometimes those get dangerous.
And don't see it very often. The net does go pretty high here at the Arrington, but a little bit of space there for pucks to get over every so often. Back down the other way as they lose it going down the ice, but then able to corral it out in front. That's Bait once again. He'll go around the outside, flip it back into the corner to his teammate Swanta. Swanta fighting for it back behind the net, continuing to challenge for it here. Both teams kind of poking for it back behind. Now it'll poke out over, trying to corral it are the Bulldogs, and they will do just that. Get it back out to center ice, sink quickly back onto the offensive end, but Ryan Rainey will set it up for his team in the back line. Dorchett will send it off on the far side, losing control of it out there, but turns into a turnover quickly, sent back into the corner once again, as the Stallions are very aggressive at trying to chase these pucks down on the offensive end, not giving the Bulldogs a chance to breathe. More contact on the far side as they'll fight for it. Sent back out, shot towards goal through a lot of traffic, deflected away. Ryan Rainey saves it again.
That second save there in front never even got to Rainey. He's going to need to give a big thanks to Nathan Walsh, who laid out in front. Just a lot of contact over there in the corner. They play it back to the point. Off the deflection, it's going to be an easy shot, and Nathan Walsh diving down to let that one eat off him instead of getting the open net. It's up into the protective netting. Just a great job for the young freshman out of Troy, Michigan. 6'5" defender.
Ryan Rainey goes over to the bench, swaps out his stick with a fresh one. He'll lock back in. We drop the puck once again. Dangerous moments for both teams so far. This one sent off towards goal, deflected away out in front. Trying to leave it off for a teammate was Edmond, but stolen away quickly by the Bulldogs. They'll try and head it back down the ice. Poked away once again, able to feed it not quite over to a teammate. Instead, hanging back all the way down the ice was Walsh. Back behind as the Stallions will start to try and get some momentum to clear it out of their end. The Bulldogs playing defense for the last 4 or 5 minutes. This one sent all the way down ice and icing called.
Connor Baker was trying to get on his horse there to go take that puck and turn around going the other way. Unfortunately for him, whistle blows.
We'll head back down and drop it on the offensive end for Adrian. Fight for it as it wraps around to the back. The team's contesting for it back there. The Owlswolf back there, not able to keep it on the offensive end, so we'll have to reset. Back into neutral ice before Adrian corrals it on their own ends. Alec with it on the far side. He'll tap it ahead. Stolen away by the Stallions. More contact as we'll skate the other direction. Stolen away once again. This one by Darnell as he's playing physical, trying to send a shot off, deflected off the skate of a Bulldog before corralled, sent towards the net, deflected away by Ryan Rainey. Onto the far side once again. Kushner sends it back out, penetrating into the ice, sent towards net. Ryan Rainey finds it in the glove. I remind you to stay connected with all the action, following at AdrianCollegeTV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at AdrianCollegeTV today. Bulldogs corral it on the far side. Gavin Durham into the game. They'll send it, trying to get it around back. That's where the Stallions have been trying to do a lot of their pressure from. Now they get it back out towards the blue line. Lose possession of it there, and it goes over the blue line, so that'll trigger a shift as Adrian will take it down the ice. Shadell with it on the back line, gets it taken away. More contact. Shadell lays out trying to get it to it, and we got a whistle.
Quick correction from what I said earlier. It was Jacob Milenich, number 3, who was playing physical in the neutral zone. Looks like we also got a tripping call here against the Stallions, so Bulldogs are going to be playing with an advantage. Number 8 going to the box. It's Matthew Rickabaugh.
Rickabaugh in the box now as Adrian goes on their first power play of the game. Official swap out the Adrian player in the power play. Sent back out. Adrian corrals it, and they'll try and establish some pressure on the power play. To the far side, into the ice. Sent out shot, deflected away, over to the other way, wide left. Bell sends it back out front, trying to wrap it around to the far side. Goes a little wide for Yarem and goes over the blue line, back to neutral ice. Adrian will shift around, try and get back on the attack, poked away and sent all the way down ice this time. Adrian will have to race to the far side, try and get back on the offense here. Send it out ahead and across ice now. It's Nick Ethereum into the game. He tries to send it over, poked away by the Stallions. More contact right in front of the Stallion bench as this one has gone all the way down. Trying to feed it out and away. Adrian corrals it, keeps it on the offensive end. Shot towards goal. Gloved by Isaac Castor.
Nice job staying alert there for Castor. Just standing in the crease. When that puck goes the other way, you start to take a deep breath, especially on the power play. And then it started screaming back his direction, so he had to lock in quick.
Fed out to the near side once again. Adrian able to keep it on the offensive zone. Trying to get down out in front, but the special team so far has been good for the Stallions as we get back onto the Adrian end. Still 35 seconds to go in the power play. We skate down the near side. Schmidt all the way into this corner. He'll send it back around behind net. Gets it over to Darnell. He tries to feed it out in front. Instead, we go all the way back out to center. Luke Miller skates around the right. He sends a shot towards goal. And it is corralled by Isaac Kressner.
Bulldogs might only get one more opportunity here in the power play to get a good, clean look, and they haven't even brought shots on goal back even yet. They were leading before the Stallions power play earlier in the period, so would like to see the Bulldogs fire some more shots on net.
Still 15 seconds on the power play. Back out wide. Shot deflected in front. Corralled by the Stallions, trying to get it down ice. Adrian able to keep it on the offensive end so far. Shot towards goal. Deflected away by Kressner. Popped up in the air. Power play over. And a penalty kill. A big hit on the far side. Adrian comes away with the puck. Down the center. Shot and gloved by Kressner.
Yeah, phenomenal hitting up against the boards. Didn't quite catch the number. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was number 14, Henry Darnell. The senior forward doesn't get physical very often. And if that's who that was, that's a little surprising. I've talked with him in the past, and he usually likes to say, I've got 1 or 2 of those in me a season. I don't like to get too physical.
Stallions, besides the power play, have controlled a lot of the pace of this first period. That shot sent at an odd angle towards goal. Kreshner saves it. Shot in front, blocked away. Poked around in front, back around behind. Adrian trying to control it. Able to keep it on this end so far, but now the Stallions have it back behind. They try and feed it ahead. Keeps it on this side of the blue line. Adrian will keep the offensive pressure. Near side once again, more contact. Now he goes all the way through to neutral ice and over to the Adrian College end, and we got a whistle.
Looks like they're just barely going to give icing in favor of the Bulldogs. So they'll be making their change. The Stallions are trapped here, and they are, some of them definitely looking for a breather.
No goals yet in this first period. Shots on goal now even. Quickly fed over into the far side. That'll allow the line change you were talking about for the Stallions. Adrian will kind of reset just a little bit. That one goes high off the stick, all the way down into the far corner. Adrian's going to chase it back there and corral it Zamjesh before it gets poked away quickly, and we skate the other direction. Collins with it. He'll send it back around, and he will come off the ice. Stallions still controlling it here so far. So onto the near side. Adrian pokes it away quickly, controls it over to the far side, sends it down ice, not quite able to get there, and we got a whistle.
Looks like icing once again, this time going the other direction. I think Bulldogs made a change just before, so they got fortunate enough with that. I do believe Sholium Andrash is still stuck on the ice, so I imagine we'll see him try to make a move towards the bench area as soon as possible.
Adrian player goes down in the corner, back on their skates as they control the puck, sends it across to the far side. As they skate all the way around the back. Sends it out in front, shot towards goal, blocked away. Good shot opportunity there for Adrian's Gavian Dumb. But blocked away, and both goalies have been solid so far, as both teams offensively have had opportunities, yet neither team has found the back of the net.
Yeah, and Gavin Dahm does a good job at racing back there. Just needs to continue being as aggressive as possible.
Around the back once again. Go the Bulldogs as they'll send it over onto the corner. Poked away, and Stallions now get it. Contact trying to take the puck away as they fight for it in the corner. Took away for a second, but the Stallions control it. Headed the other way is Bate. He'll send it ahead down the ice. Gonna try and chase it down. Is Swanty back behind that? He feeds it out in front. Nobody there. Controlled by the Stallions as they have it out in front for the Bulldogs. And Hamilton right on the near side. They try and send it away. More contact. Lose the puck. Now it goes high in the air. Back into the corner. Hamilton will chase it down there. Skate around the back. He'll play it off the ice. Kept on the offensive end. Shot towards goal. Deflected away. And on the near side, Hamilton once again will play it high off the ice. Poked away to keep it on the offensive end. Trying to feed it out in front. Not quite there. Adrian contesting it as Hamilton once again playing it. Now it's hit away back to neutral ice. Adrian will reset the defense. Line change is coming in. Bunch of collision in front of the bench area. Hamilton has it behind net. He goes down, and he will kind of cover it up a little bit. Poking at it. He goes down again. And we get back over onto the near side. Stein sends it across the ice. Adrian trying to clear it out, but gets deflected, stays on the offensive end. Now it goes over the blue line and all the way back, and Adrian will finish their line change. Able to keep some offensive pressure during it as well, trying to slow things down just a little bit. over to the far side. Now they send it across, out in front. Nobody there for the Bulldogs, and chasing it down is Hebron, and we have a whistle.
Stallions struggling there a little bit as the puck got deep into their own end and they couldn't seem to get it out. That flew up into the netting, so another whistle, but I'd like to see the Bulldogs capitalize.
Both teams fighting for it out in front. Pair of players go down on the transition. Send off towards goal. Nice save there by Ryan Rainey. Contested once again on the near side, but stolen away as the Stallions send it out in front, goes all the way through, and trying to send another shot off. That one deflected out in front as we start the transition back the other way. Stallions trying to get control of it here. Bulldogs send it across to Scally. Scally has it poked away. Send back over to Whitman. He'll drive down ice into the near corner. Send it back out in front. Nobody there, but he gets it across the ice. Sent back towards goal. Deflected by Isaac Fresner into the netting. We'll drop the puck once again.
It's nice net minding for both of these netminders here today, but I think what's really going to matter as we move forward is just a team getting a little bit more creative. Both teams are just firing shots on net, and the goalies are understanding that all they have to do is just push it into the corners and they'll be fine.
Puck drop back behind net, controlled by the Stallions. Bulldogs contesting back behind there. Rolls all the way out in front. Adrian able to chase it down first. Send it over onto the near side. Contested there by Rickenbaugh. He loses it as it heads off towards net. Adrian able to control it here, sends one back off behind once again. Adrian will chase it down there. Beat it back out in front, tapped high up in front. Bunch of bodies there, shot, tried to send off towards goal, deflected away. Wrap it round once again, goes over the blue line, so we'll skate to the other side of the ice. Adrian will get there first, control the puck for now, and send it all the way back down to the other end as both teams skate the length of the ice. Now trying to get a transition. Here's one poked away. Surgraves, shot blocked. Send it over onto the far side once again. That one poked away, stays on the offensive end. Goes over the blue line now as Adrian will send this one gliding off towards goal. Easily saved. More contact on the far side. Adrian maintaining puck possession for now. Under a minute to go here in the first period. Sent off towards net. Wide to the right. Sent off in front, blocked away. And trying to clear it out. Not quite able to do so, though. Stays on this end. Stallions now able to get the clear. Adrian will skate to the near side. 20 seconds to go here in this first period. Back out in front, contested again. Both teams fighting for it in neutral ice. Goes all the way down onto Adrian end. Only 8 seconds left in this first period. They'll just stall this clock out just a little bit here, send it all the way down, and that'll be the horn to close out the first period between Adrian and Western Michigan University, as a period that Western Michigan felt like they had moderate control kind of the first 10 minutes. Adrian really took off in those second 10, end up out shooting the Stallions in that first period, 18-15. Sean, what are we seeing so far?
Before the first power play for the Stallions, it was really all Bulldogs. It was 7-3 in shots, or 7-2 in shots on goal, mind you. And then the Stallions really just came back. They battled back. They used the momentum from that first power play to just start firing shots and ripping them towards Rainey. Thankfully for Rainey, it should probably be about 20 shots on goal right now. His teammates have really laid out for him and done the dirty work to keep him as clean as possible. Obviously saying that, having him saved 15 shots already in this game. I think going the other way, the Bulldogs are just creating very standard chances, and if they can get creative with one of these, that's really going to be the difference maker for their offense. Same thing goes the other way for the Stallions. Bulldogs have done a good job at stopping anything Connor Brate wants to do, not allowing him to really get rolling has been a very successful mindset for this Bulldogs defense.
Defense reigns supreme through the first period. We'll see what the second period has in store as we've played one period. Second period coming up soon right here on ACHA.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena, where the Adrian College Bulldogs are taking on the Western Michigan University Stallions. These two teams locked in a defensive showdown through the first period. 18 shots on goal for Adrian, 15 for Western Michigan. And Sean, both goalies playing really well so far.
Yeah, both goalies have really done a good job. They haven't done anything crazy because they haven't had to. Things have been very simple for them. Block it into the corner, make your defense chase after it. Of course, it's been Ryan Rainey for the Bulldogs and Isaac Kastner for the Stallions, both just doing exactly what they need to do. They're keeping it simple, and that's sometimes all you have to do in a game like this. When you're playing in such a competitive atmosphere, you keep things simple, and you let your defense make the plays for you so that you don't have to do so much.
Yeah, both of them have, made the easy saves, and they both have had to make a couple of difficult saves as well. Of course, the most dangerous opportunity was down on the Adrian end when it looked like an open net, and one of the defensemen had to dive out in front. Nathan Walsh had to almost lay out to block one. But other than that, both goalies have handled things for the most part.
And that's exactly what you want to do. I mean, as you mentioned, Walsh laying out for that one there. The back door opened wide up after a deflection. He tried to kick it into the corner. And sometimes when you're trying to aim where you're blocking the puck, it's just going to take an unlucky bounce. It bounced right onto the dot. He had the back door wide open. Walsh lays down, takes it off, I believe, his leg, and it skied straight into the netting, of course, drawing that whistle. And Rainey actually had to go get a new stick after that play because he was playing without one at that point. His had broke. So,
both teams taking the ice once again, and defense reigned supreme through the first period. What are we looking to see to try and break that streak in the second?
I think going into the second period, it's going to rely on exactly what I said coming out of the first. Creativity from these offenses. We've seen exactly who both teams want to feed the puck to. For the Stallions, it's been Connor Brate. He's had a couple looks, but he's just marked up and down the ice. They are eyeing him up all the way through. Brate is going to have to set up some of his teammates in order to create the opportunities he wants. On the other end, Bulldogs don't have that one guy that you know they're trying to get the puck to. That's an advantage for them. Andrash has been all over the ice. We've seen good things so far from JT Schmidt, their team captain. Henry Darnell's played good. Even guys like Nolan Dorsch has done a good job at ripping it from the point. It's been a team effort from the Bulldogs, and you can tell the Stallions are trying to get their main man involved. That can lead to exactly what we've seen there, a 0-0 first period.
0-0 through one. Puck drop for period number 2, moments away. Josh Mitchell and Sean Whitmer here with you for this first game of a home-and-home set. Puck drop is down, and we are back underway from the Arrington Ice Arena. Adrian sends it back over into the Western Michigan end as the goalies have swapped the ends of the ice. Now Adrian has it, trying to send a shot off towards goal was Henry Darnell. Instead it gets deflected away, back around behind. Crowling it there is trying to send it across, intercepted there, but not able to find it off the deflection. Down the other way, poked away quickly by Nathan Walsh. Sent out in front, nobody there for Western Michigan. Goes around behind once again. Contested back there is Dorshett. Contested and sent off onto the near side. Corralled by Cole Williams. Send it over in front, trying to get a shot off on net. Not quite able to do so. Instead, it's Adrian flicking it down the ice for an icing in, Sean, what has become, within the last hour or so, a top 25 match in Division III.
Yeah, we came into the game without knowing what the rankings were for Division III hockey. Me and you had actually mentioned before the game started that they're going to release the rankings soon. This is about the same time of year they released them last year. And We get to the break. Our director comes over and just shows us the rankings off of Instagram, and we were like, oh, wow. Adrian's 22nd, and there, I believe they were 17 or 18, just 17 according to our director. Just a very interesting thing to find out after the first break. I did see a player go to the box, and it's actually going to be Braid in the box for Western Michigan, 2 minutes.
Missed what happened there, but for Braid, that's the top goal scorer, one of the top 15 goal scorers in all of Division III in the box. So big opportunities here for Adrian.
And our director shines again. I believe he's indicating to me that it was head contact, so that's going to be you're lucky you only got 2 on that type of situation.
Adrian and Western Michigan both had a power play killed in the first period. Over across in front, deflected away, and it'll go over the center line, so Adrian will have to get the puck back down ice to neutral ice. Good movement once again by Shadell, but he gets it taken away as Adrian not able to corral it, goes all the way down the ice. Deflected and controlled by the Bulldogs back behind, but Western Michigan has done a very aggressive job at trying to keep the puck on the Adrian end in these kind of situations. Swap a couple players out on the line as Adrian will try and execute the play down the ice. Gets by one and goes all the way back. An unfortunate play there as we'll skate the other direction with 1:07 on the power play.
As I was mentioning before the play resumed there, when you get sent to the sin bin for head contact, you're lucky you only get 2. A lot of times it's easy for the officials to say it was unnecessary or exaggerated, and you end up getting a much larger penalty.
Back down the ice for Adrian. Really have not had a good look so far here on this power play. The special teams have been strong for Western Michigan. Now he got out in front. Shot towards goal. Goes wide to the right. Around the back. Deflected away. Almost found it in the back door, but instead will skate all the way to the far side of the ice.
Yeah, that was Andrash, who just tried to flip it up and in from basically behind the net.
Skate down the far side. 20 seconds on the power play as Adrian gets it back behind net. Skate around to the far side to Darnell. He'll take it, wrap it all the way around. Darnell still with it. Goes all the way back out towards the blue line, sends it over to the near side. Not able to get a shot off there was Schmidt, and instead will go the other direction. Not able to steal it there was Darnell. Instead, he'll end up with it back behind net. That is the penalty kill for the Stallions. We'll skate on 5-on-5. Back down the ice. Alfonso has it taken away back behind net. Stallions corral it, and they'll head the other way, throw it away out at neutral ice. Trying to feed it over, but tried to pass it to a player coming off the ice for the line change, and instead it's back behind net and controlled by the Stallions. Kind of loses possession of it there for a second, goes way up into the air at the Arrington, out in front, tapped away by Ryan Rainey once again, and we got some contact and a whistle.
I believe this is going to be hooking or holding, one of the two here on the Bulldogs, as I believe that would have been Jacob Milenich who's getting sent. I didn't see the signal, but so it's going to be a hook on the Bulldogs. Definitely the right call there, just trying to slow down the man rushing the net.
Jacob Milenich, a 6'5" player on this team, tallest on the roster. Adrian has their power play killed. Now they're going to have to try and kill a power play for the Stallions. Down the other direction goes Owen Barber as he is contested with it on the near side. Loses it there, but good job to kill off the first 20 seconds of the power play as we'll start to skate the other direction. Gets away from one and sent back the other way once again, as this has kind of been the recipe so far, Sean, to killing these power plays.
Yeah, and Barber just called for a change. It looked like he might have had a problem going on with his skate there.
He'll swap out as is back in front, not able to find anyone there. Look over to the far side, shot towards goal, deflected away. Ryan Rainey with another save. Around out in front, another shot on goal, deflected away. Long range shots headed towards goal. This one out in front, trying to wrap it around, deflected away. Out in front, on the ice, not able to find anyone as skate around the other direction. Sent back around behind net. Out in front once again, wrap around to the other side. Nothing there, send it over. Not able to control it for a shot. Spinning shot, not quite there. Ryan Rainey continuing to keep things strong in net for the Bulldogs. 35 seconds now on the power play. Out in front, another shot, fed over, deflected away. Out in front once again, another deflection, another one. Deflected away once again as Ryan Rainey saves it. Another shot off to the far side. 20 seconds now on the power play. Shot high to the right. Over on the far side. Sent over to Jack Williams. He sends it around back behind. Over in front, tap not quite there, and he clears off. He'll go down the ice.
Ryan Rainey just absolutely standing on his head down there.
Penalty kill officially in for the Bulldogs. They'll clear things out. Bate has it poked away by Dorsic on the far side. Now out in front once again. Spinning shot goes wide to the right. Ryan Rainey, another deflection that keeps this game scoreless. Adrian contesting out in front once again. Physical play, pushing and shoving once again. Adrian player loses their stick. That was Devin Bennett's, but now it goes back down. Deflected away and sent off behind by Ryan Rainey. Moving around once again, out in front. Almost a high-quality look there, but not quite able to get control of it. Was Caton Edmond, and will go down to the other end of the ice. Not quite able to beat him there was Adrian's Brett Witten, and we will call an ice. Let's see this last sequence once again.
Yeah, as the Stallions were just putting everything right in front, and Rainey's doing everything he can to deflect, sliding back and forth, keeping his awareness on point, and keeping the game scoreless. Ryan Rainey, have yourself a day.
He's faced 24 shots so far, as Adrian has yet to get a shot off officially on the scoreboard in these first approaching 7 minutes of the period. Down the ice we go, all the way down. No icing this time as contested, and Adrian trying to find it here out in front. And instead it gets away and down the ice. Patey will send it over to the right circle, sends it across in front, near shot, goal! Matthew Rickbaugh sends one in for the Stallions as they take the lead 1-0.
Good job by the Stallions here. They set it up nicely. It was perfect tape-to-tape passes, and that one just got through the defense. Rickbaugh screamed it where Mama hides the cookies.
Scoreless game, scoreless no longer, as Western Michigan University finds the goal. Matthew Rickbaugh, his third of the season, gives them the lead here about halfway through this contest. Controlled once again by Western Michigan. They'll try and set something up on their end. Send it across to the far side to Friel. He'll get it down onto Adrian's side. Sent off in front, not quite there. Instead, we'll skate the other direction. Out in front, fed all the way into the corner by Therian. Controlled by the Stallions. They'll start to rotate. Send it out in front once again to Bate. He'll send it over in front, and we have a whistle.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be offside on the Stallions, as looked like Brait kicked the puck into the blue line, but there was already a teammate standing on the other side, so just needed to take another second or two to reset things, and he got a little eager trying to catch the official in a unfortunate position.
Back into the action. Adrian on a breakaway. Sends a shot towards goal. Deflected out in front. Tapping away. Good save by Isaac Kessner for the Stallions. That one goes wide right, sent off by Gavin Dawn. Out front. Adrian player goes down. Physical play once again as it'll wrap around back behind net. Stallions able to clear it out in front. Goes off a skate and down the ice. No icing here as they fight, and player gets tangled up. Two players kind of corralled, tangled up with each other in that corner. No hand up from the official, so we'll skate on. Adrian will feed it ahead. More contact. Another Adrian player goes down back behind the play. Down the ice they go. Get it into the corner to Shadell. He'll send it out to a teammate. As this game is starting to heat up physically. No whistles being called so far. Down the ice. Dawn gets it blocked away. He'll send another one blocked again. Like you said, Adrian trying to get that rebound out in front. Here's an opportunity on the right side. Deflected away. Great defense by the defender out in front. That was Colby for them. But here's a breakaway out in front. One-on-one. Deflected away. Great opportunity there for Asloff. Instead, we'll skate the other direction. Down the ice. Into the far corner. Wrap around behind the net. Adrian trying to steal a possession here. Not going to be able to do it so far. Now they have it with Dorset. He'll send it across to the far side. Tap it off and away down the ice once again. Spotify contested for it back in this near corner. Lets this team get down the ice. Off the line change as they'll poke for it once again. Now it squirts out. Stallions have it, and they'll start to rotate down the field. Crane's trying to get away. He has it poked away. Out to center ice, controlled by Schmidt for the Bulldogs. He gets it down back behind net once again. We'll wrap around to the far side. Canes, he'll play it off the wall. Right to an Adrian player who will feed it back down into the corner. Goes around. Scally now with it for Adrian. Sends it off onto the top. Couple players go for it. Pops up into the air. Into the air once again. Back to neutral ice. Not able to corral it there was McCallick. Will go down the ice. He will get there first. Control it. More heavy contact as goes back around behind the net once again. Adrian has it now. They'll tap it over and try and create something here. Another errant pass goes awry. More big contact right in front of us. And that one going to draw a whistle.
Looks like it's going to be offside based on the official that blew the whistle. It was a line judge, so I'd imagine, yes, it's going to be offside on the Stallions. Once again, just getting eager. You got to do the little things right, especially when you're trying to extend your lead.
8:45 to go here in the second period. Fed down the far end. Ryan Rainey will play it off. Try to get back in front of net. Goes off the wall onto the far side once again to Luke Miller. Miller trying to send it down ice. Gets stolen away in neutral territory. Tapped through the legs by Gasov. And it will go over to the other side. Contested once again. Luke Miller send it out ahead to Endurish. He gets it poked away as we head back over to the near side, skating the other direction into the back line, sent wide to the left. Tested once again. Kalish there to poke it away, plays it high off the wall, and they're going to say that one touched the net.
That was a very dangerous hit there in open ice. Sent a player flying. He just about cross-checked him in the back. As the Bulldogs still making line changes. They have players coming off late here for their, I believe their first line is on the ice now officially.
Captain stolen away quickly before Adrian corrals it back on their own end. Another errant pass goes awry. Able to still out in front. 3 players collide. Pokes it away. No shot opportunity there, and Adrian will take it the other direction. All the way down on the far side of the ice. Controlled by the Stallions. Out on the far side by Stein. He'll continue to have it here. Now it taps around. Up ice once again. Down the near side. Fed over. Shot blocked away. Stein tried to put that one on goal, but Adrian able to get the deflection. Now we try and move the other way. Head all the way back down behind the net once again. A line change in for Stein. Now they collide once again out here right in front of us. Both teams kind of poking at it here, able to corral it, and that's Hairbrand who will send it back down to his teammates on the opposite end of the ice and poking it around on the far side there before it gets tapped all the way off to neutral ice where Stallions will corral it momentarily. Adrian's follows, able to send it back behind the goal once again. Fighting for it out in front, but poked away as we continue to skate on with 6:30 to go here in this second period. Played off in front of their bench as they fight for it on the far side. Now Adrian has it, trying to skate the other way, poked away quickly. Able to maintain possession for now is Thrain. He'll send it across to the far side as they'll play it high up in the air. Go all the way down the ice. Get around the back, collides with an Adrian player. Another Adrian player makes contact with it, but still maintains a possession for Western Michigan as it goes all the way down. And we will reset here as Adrian trying to generate some offense. Haven't had a lot so far. Here's an opportunity. Down ice shot. Blocked away and into the netting.
I think that missed the blocker. I think Kastner is saying his prayers and counting his blessings as I'm pretty sure that caught some iron and skipped up and in.
Don't just dream about college, experience it. Bulldog 101 gives future Bulldogs a full day on campus tours, receptions, and more. Visit now at AdrianCollege.edu admissions. Out in front here, Adrian, that one deflected away. As they'll skate the other direction. Opportunity there for Bay. You know he's dangerous. He's one of the top goal scorers in all of Division III, but Adrian able to corral him that time. Away here. This one out in front. All the way back into the ice. Able to feed it back over in front. Taking a look here. Shot deflected by his own player. Goes off. Somebody stick off into the right side. Bate feeds it out in front. Nobody there. Adrian will control it here. Down the near side. Trying to get it down ice. Pokes away momentarily. More heavy collision. Bate now has it. He'll hold up. Wait for the rest of the team to rotate in. Now he sends a shot. An awkward moment there. Nobody really could tell where it was, but gets deflected away all the way down ice. We will have an icing.
Yeah, Bulldogs, after chasing down players and skating as fast as they can in one direction, to be stuck on the ice now, very unfortunate circumstances.
Fed out once again onto the far side. Adrian trying to steal it away, goes high into the air, poked around into the far corner. Tested once again as it squirts out onto the ice. Adrian taps away, gets it over the blue line at least. On a neutral ice as they'll send it over, and a shot corralled by Ryan Rainey once again.
Bulldogs were playing 5-on-4 there for a minute. Didn't catch which dog it was, but one of them got off the ice in the middle of that play there, making it only 4 defenders actually helping Rainey. Luckily, he was able to make the glove save.
Adrian needs to find some offense. You've been outshot heavily in this period so far. Back behind net once again. Adrian trying to get it out of their zone as they start the transition. Swing it over to Sergeyev. He'll wrap it all the way around. Shot not able to get back into the corner as it's stolen away. 3-on-1 break into the box. Shot deflected away. Skate the other direction. 2-on-3 on this side. Poked away as it goes down into the middle. Not able to keep it on this side so far. Goes over the blue line. Back to neutral ice. Battling for it there. Cole Williams poking at it for the Stallions. Adrian, however, ends up with the possession, at least for the time being. Now they get it out ahead. Adarmish will get in front. Poked away. Collision with 2 players out in front. Shot. A goal! Shadell finds his 9th of the year.
What a phenomenal job by the Bulldogs, fighting through contact and coming up with it was Maximilian Shadel, flipping it up and barely crossing that red line. But the official indicated that we have ourselves a tie game, and I don't think anybody for the Bulldogs is complaining right now.
A top 25 game in D3. Here's another opportunity out in front. Shot corralled and blocked. As Isaac Kirshner not going to let another one get by in a 10-second span. Out in front is a player down back behind the play, as we'll have a whistle for a stoppage here. And this is back behind. This is Matthew Rickenbaugh, the goal scorer in this game, as he's down and in quite a bit of pain. Training staff over to check on him. So as they check on him, we will step aside. And welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena. So we got a tie game 1-1, and right now, injured player Matthew Rickenbaugh. Didn't see what happened on the defensive end, but he went down, looked to be in quite a bit of pain, but got to his own skates, assisted by a pair of teammates, gets over to their bench area. Training staff gonna check on him. Hope he's all right.
Looked like it was an aspect of the amount of physicality we've been seeing in this game. It wasn't anything dirty or anything too crazy, as the officials have done a good job making sure things stay clean. It was just an aspect that we've seen with how physical the game's gotten.
Back in action with 2:30 to go here in the second period of a top 25 matchup in men's Division III ice hockey. Far side controlled by Adrian. Dorchet will send it across into the far side. Rolls all the way down into the corner. More heavy contact, as we've seen a lot of that here this afternoon. Trying to feed it off in front. It'll roll down the ice and feed all the way back into the corner. After collected there is Dorchet once again. Send it across behind net to Schmidt. They get it corralled as they poke around for it. Stays on this end so far. Here's one, kind of slides out in front, but Adrian able to corral it, send it down ice. Schmidt out in front, shot wide to the right. Behind once again, slides down, able to corral it there, sends a shot towards net. Deflected away, and high left and up into the netting. Ryan Rainey with another save as shots on goal. Early domination once again in the period by the Stallions, but Adrian kind of drawn near here in the second half.
Yeah, I believe Stallions have 5 more shots in this period than the Bulldogs.
Contested once again out in front, both teams poking for it. For a moment there, over to big number 3, Malik, but we got a whistle.
Yeah, and I believe it's going to be a slash, if I'm not mistaken. So Stallions are going to be playing with a player down for the rest of the period. Unfortunate, you can't let tempers flare too high, and I think the Stallions have increased their physicality after seeing one of their teammates go down, as that's kind of the mindset that you usually see in physical sports. Whether it was intentional or not, you like to bring the physicality when it's brought to you.
Power play for the Bulldogs. We've had a few power plays. Neither team has scored on one, but both teams have scored 5-on-5 goals. Adrian has it back behind net. Send it over to the far side. Just controlling it for now. We'll send it over here near to Adrian. Send it over to the far side. Shot towards goal, wide. Trying to do a spin shot near. Not able to get a stick on puck. Almost goes over the blue line. Able to stay on this end. So far, out in front, another shot, deflected away. Adrian really hoping to get that rebound out in front. This one to the far side, shot, goal!
Phenomenal setup by the Bulldogs as Sholyam Andrash on the back door, takes it from the dot and absolutely rips it top shelf. The Bulldogs take the lead in a phenomenal effort from that power play unit. It only took them about 50 seconds or so.
Adonich, his 8th of the year, gives Adrian the lead. This one almost fed out in front. Was out in front for a second. Stallions trying to capitalize and here late in the second period. Baden now with it. 3 players back for Adrian. He'll try and wrap it all the way around. Send one off towards net. Saved by Ryan Rainey, and he'll cover it up. And we got some pushing and shoving now out in front of the goal. Like you said, this game getting physical.
Very physical, very chippy between both teams, and the officials are letting them play, but after the whistle contact from either team, I'd almost expect to see a whistle from both sides. So, but we're not going to see anything here we are going to see Sorrell go to the box for the Bulldogs. So
Sorrell, the only one headed towards the box. Like you said, you almost thought you'd see a 1-on-1 penalty, but not here. Only 6.5 seconds to go here in the second period, but this power play will, in all likelihood, carry over to the third period. Puck drop out in front. Shot wide to the right. Corral, another shot off in front. Rebound, shot out in front, goes wide. Couple opportunities in the final seconds, but no goal goes in. But it was a 3-goal period after the defensive slug out in the first. Adrian finds 2 to pull ahead 2-1, but they will have to contend with a power play to start the third period.
Yeah, that's a very steep hill to climb when you're down 1 player for basically an entire 2-minute span. Only 6 seconds came off the power play clock there, so they'll be playing with 1:54 when they come back on the ice. And the Bulldogs' 2 goals were just electric. That last one from Andrash absolutely ripped above the mitt of Kastner, and it tickled some twine up there in the top corner. Very talented job by this Bulldogs offense, but they have to make sure they keep their composure on the defensive side. We can't see as many power plays if you're the Bulldogs and you want to come out with the win.
You need your stars to step up in the big games, and they are doing it for Adrian. as the two top goal scorers both find goals in the second period. Shadell, his 9th of the year. Andros, his 8th of the year. Adrian College leads 2-1. We'll step aside. Third period coming up next.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena, where the number 22 ranked Adrian College Bulldogs taking on 10-1 number 17 Western Michigan University. Josh Mitchell in the booth along with Sean Whitmer. Sean, we had a defensive showdown through the first period, and then everything seemed to break wide open there in the second.
Yeah, it was really a carryover of the first period for about the first 10 minutes or so there in the second, and then everything, as you mentioned, breaks wide open. Of course, as you also mentioned, Bulldogs number 22 ranked. They come in 5-3, and if you're wondering how a 5-3 team is 22nd in the nation at this point, two of their losses coming against number 9 Northwood earlier this season. They lost that series, but they were competitive, and that allows you to sit in a top 25 ranking position.
Taking on Western Michigan here at the Arrington today. You'll travel out to their rink for the second game of the home and home tomorrow. So, tough start to the season schedule-wise for Adrian. Western Michigan ranked 17th. They have the tied for the 4th best record in Division III. And that was the second period. We saw a lot from the goalies in that first period. And like you said, really through most of the second period. Matthew Rickenbaugh got things going for the Stallions with his third of the year. And then it was the stars for Adrian. Their two top players. Shadell picks up his 9th of the year. He leads the team along with 10 assists coming over from Germany, as he's been sensational in his freshman campaign. But then Donrich over from Hungary, he picks up his 8th of the year as well. So the stars coming out for Adrian all in the last just over 3 minutes of that second period. You got to look out, though. You're starting the third and final period. You're going to be on the penalty kill.
Yeah, and that comes from Maxim Sorrell doing what, to be fair, we've come to know from Maxim Sorrell. He's one of the players that likes to show the grit and the blue-collar aspect of this Bulldog team. He's not afraid to get a little bit dirty, and he's going to protect his netminder at all costs. And right now, the cost is 2 minutes in the sin bin.
We are underway in the third period of a top 25 match in Division III ice hockey. Adrian College leads Western Michigan 2-1. They start off on the penalty kill in front for Western Michigan. They had the entire between-period break to talk about how they wanted to handle this power play. In front, glove goes off across the ice. Now back behind, shot blocked out in front again. Shot goes wide. Corralled now, bait with it. He'll send one towards net, deflected out in front, goes high and wide. Going for it once again. Another opportunity, down in front, around the back, wrap around, not quite there. Shot to the far side and a goal! I believe it was Karndik London's, his 5th of the year, as he taps it in on the far side to tie this game.
It's a great job there by Carrick Londos as he's battling in front, and he just finds positioning on the back door. Sprawling out was Rainey. That's what happens when you don't have that extra player on the ice to mark the screamer, and that extra player being Sorrell is very crucial.
Tie game once again. Here in the third period. Sent back behind. Adrian will control it. Try and send it out ahead. Almost stolen away. Almost fed out in front dangerously. But Adrian able to maintain possession. They'll wrap around to the far side. Send it back in front. Poked around. Collision there. Tapped out in front. But Ryan Rainey there to tap it away. This one sent out through the front. All the way through to the back. For an icing. Skate to the Adrian end once again.
Andrash was trying to plead his case. He felt like he had touched the puck after the center line, so he should have had an opportunity to play it. Unfortunately, the officials had another idea.
Face off once again. Shots very even in this game. 32 for Western Michigan, 28 for Adrian. Beidou fighting with it here, and now Adrian trying to get off on the break. Out in front, the attack around, shot, and goal! A second of the game for Adonrich.
Just a phenomenal effort from Sholium Andrash. He skates around, makes a fantastic move in front, having Kastner sprawl all over. Kastner just got a little bit too antsy and dove for the puck too early. Made it so Andrash could be patient and put it in the back of the net.
A flurry of goals in the first 2 minutes of the third as Adrian goes back up by one. This one goes out of bounds into the Adrian College bench area. Reset on the far side, and another face-off here as this has been an electric change of pace in this game. Drop the puck. Once again, back behind the Adrian net. More collision, big Milanic, 6'5", tallest player on the team out in front. Swing and a miss there, and it goes all the way through. Adrian will try and chase it down on the far end. Not able to get there. This one sent into neutral ice, controlled for a moment by the Stallions. Now they get out in front, shot towards goal, corralled by Ryan Rainey.
Rainey's doing a good job there, just staying alert, understanding that right now, Bulldogs, it's their game. So they're going to do everything they can to stay as defensive as possible while still trying to throw some shots on goal.
Whistle here as Adrian pulls a couple players off to swap it around.
Bulldogs didn't have their line actually on the ice yet, and the official dropping the puck wasn't aware that they were still making a change.
Now they're good to go. Back in action. Adrian fighting for it back behind the net. Squirting around awkwardly there for a moment, but now Adrian has it. Gets deflected around, controlled, stayed on the offensive end for the Stallions. Looking for it out in front. Adrian grabs it back behind, swings it around, out in front, shot down the center. Goes wide to the left. Adrian will chase it around behind, swing it out back to the blue line, but maintaining the offensive pressure are the Stallions. Keep it all over the blue line once again. Fed out in front. Adrian corrals it and will throw it down the ice over the center line. They'll complete their line change. Flipped out once again, back into the backside. Shot off of Isaac Pester. Once again out on the far side as they continue to poke back and forth for it. Out in front once again, wrapping around, not quite able to get the shot off. As it bounces off of Owen Barber's skate. Control once again, penetrate back around behind, feed it off the far side as this Adrian offense really getting in a roll now as they'll swing it back around, back behind. Breshner he'll send it all the way across, and Adrian will try and chase this one down. get there back behind the ice, swing it all the way across, tapped down and sent onto the Bulldog end. Not able to corral it here yet. Physical play once again. Adrian able to poke it away, clear it over the blue line. And they'll go back over. A couple of players will swap off for the Stallions. Behind the net once again. More players on ice as Adrian comes away with it. And they'll start to skate down, slipping over the blue line, and coming off quickly is Therian. Swinging around does Adrian, able to poke it over there. 5-on-5 defensive set once again. Down in front, that one goes wide right. Nobody in the back door. Now corralling it, trying to translate down the ice here. 3-on-1, not able to find anything. It was Darnell. Luke the other direction. Luke Miller feeds it out ahead. Darnell once again. More players end up on the ice as we skate the other direction. Tapped away. Back to center ice. Here's Bate. Oh, looked like he was going to go through, but not able to get back on sides was Stoa.
Justin, I believe it's Satawa. Unable to drag that toe across the line just in time.
Dangerous moment, too, because you almost got a one-on-one for Bate. This one, high off the glass. Not able to get a glove on it. It'll skate all the way down. Adrian will try and corral this back behind. More heavy contact. Adrian trying to get it back out to the blue line. They'll do just that. Shot way off in front. Swing around the outside, controlled by the Stallions. They'll skate down the ice once again over the blue line. Feed it back behind once again. More heavy contact. Player hits the ice once again. No arm up from the official, so we'll skate on. Out in front now. Shot towards goal. Wide to the right. Spinning shot, not quite there. Goal gets knocked off point. And this game remains with a Bulldog lead. Ryan Rainey keeping it that way.
Bulldogs might have got lucky there that Rainey knocked it off its pegs. Not intentional by any means, but Ryan Rainey, he goes from one and he just powers his way to the post. Exactly what he's supposed to do. It just wasn't in there properly, so it ended up popping up and out.
Out in front, another shot deflected away. That one by one of the upmen. Swings around behind. Adrian will feed it over to the far side. Send this one back out to the blue line. Long range shot. Almost deflected mid-path. More heavy contact. This one tapped away. It'll go back over the blue line. We'll reset. Line change in for Adrian. And out in front. Tapped it over to the far side. Trying to penetrate inside. Physical play once again. Trying to knock him off the puck. This one slides away. Gets over the blue line. Adrian going to take control of it here. Down the ice, left behind, shot wide. Now fighting for it in the near corner. Taps out to an Adrian defenseman. Goes up the field, but swung around the outside. Adrian trying to keep it on the offensive end and will do so. So they're going to shift back up, trying to keep this offensive pressure going. Back to the blue line. Adrian not able to control it there was Sorrell. So Adrian will skate around some more. Leave it off in front. Poked away. Headed the other direction, but stolen right back. Leady with it now into the offensive side. He sends a shot and another huge hit. But Ryan Rainey corrals wants another save.
Bulldogs doing a good job at continuing the physicality. It's easy to get complacent once you have the lead. However, this Bulldogs team is still playing with physical nature.
Officials really letting them play as well as we head the other direction. More contact down the ice. Fed around to the back. Contested once again. Out in front. Shot towards goal. Corralled by Isaac Krasner.
Kastner does a good job there. He just positioned himself in the perfect spot. That shot found his chest, so that's an easy save for him to make. if you're the Bulldogs there, you had somebody on the back door battling. You throw it his direction with how open that back door was. It almost would have been possible to get it deflected in by the Stallion defending that back door.
Adrian controls it out in front. Wilson will send it across to the far side. Tap around there, trying to clear it back out to the blue line. Good job by the Stallions, able to clear it out. Who else but Bradis? He'll chase it down the ice. Not able to beat the Bulldogs there, though. But back into the offensive corner here. Wright gonna challenge him on the back line. More contact as they knock him off the puck, trying to fight for it on the far side. Bake tries to feed it over, not quite there, gets over the blue line. Contact right in front of the Adrian bench. Almost sends a Stallion player falling into the Adrian bench area. Back behind the net now is the Stallions. Now Adrian has it out in front. Shot deflected away. Dorchek sent that one streaking towards goal and ends up in the nets. And line change in for both teams. We will reset once again. Adrian continuing to lead this game 3-2.
Yeah, Dorsch did a good job there at just letting that one rip. Unfortunately, better defense by the netminder.
Tapped around, out behind the net once again. Kind of wrapped around a couple of ways. Neither team able to get it. Almost squirts out in front. Adrian still maintains possession, though. Sending it around out in front. Misses on the pass. Being able to corral it quickly, but stolen away out in front. More contact. Onto the side again. Rainey with a nice save. Shot wide to the left. Right around into the back. Contesting there. Both teams kind of poking at it. Now it squirts out around. Stays on the offensive zone. Or maybe it did not, as it pops over onto the center. Neutral ice now. Long shot almost from mid-ice into the back, but it does the purpose of letting the Stallions execute their line change. Adrian send it the other way, and they'll swap out the line as well. Stallions trying to be aggressive here, down a goal in this top 25 Division III ice hockey match. Out front here, played down the ice, trying to chase it down into the far corner is Collins. Collins not quite able to get there. Taps off of the teammate. He'll able to corral it on the far side. Out in front. Jack Williams sends one down. Deflection goes high and into the net. And another broken stick for an Adrian player. Gavin Dawn snaps his, so he'll skate over to find a new one. So a fresh line will come back in.
I'd like to see this Bulldogs offensive unit keep the aggression going, as it seems like they've really taken their foot off the pedal. And that's not what you want to do against a talented team like the Stallions.
40-31 in the shot count, favoring Western Michigan. Adrian will skate around the back, trying to get this puck cleared off to the far side of the ice. Poking at it. The far side here, still poking at it. Trying to get it out. Now the puck loose. Taken out by one of the Stallions. On the far side, down in front. Not quite able to corral it for a shot opportunity. Moving it around here. On the far side, back to Bray. He'll send a shot. Glove save. And a physical play after the whistle once again.
Well, if you're going to call it fair, he needs to be going to the sin bin the same way the Bulldogs had to with Maxim Sorrell. And it looks like he's heading that way, so they're going to keep things as fair as it's been. Number 12 is Nathaniel Klopp. Sent to the box. Just keeping things as fair as possible. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to get sent to the box as well. So now we discussed earlier with the Sorrell penalty, having both players get sent. They didn't do it then. They're doing it now. We're going to have 4-on-4 thanks to Looks like Luke Miller getting sent.
Just a reminder, ACTV broadcasts are fully student ran. Josh Mitchell, Sean Whitmer here on the call. This one poked around the far side, able to corral it there momentarily as it's down once again as they continue to poke for it. Now it's sent back out to the blue line. Stallions send it across the ice. Corralled there, able to keep it on the offensive zone. Stolen away, headed the other direction. Was Shadell momentarily. Instead, he redirects course. More heavy contact in this 4-on-4. Out in front, pushing and shoving once again. Now we skate the other direction. This one fed off. Out in front, not quite able to corral it. Sends it across the other way. Shot saved by Isaac Kressner.
Kastner did a good job there as Dorsch just let that one eat into his stomach, put everything he had behind it on that one.
As I was saying, these ACTV broadcasts, fully student ran. Josh Mitchell, Sean Whitmer on the call. Jack Whitehead directing things for us. Blake Weidman on our camera. And Dakota here overseeing things as well. Minute to go here in the 4-on-4. Adrian skating around with it here. Send it across far side, just kind of filling time. We'll wrap around the far side once again. Skating down the ice. Able to find just a little bit of space here, but a little too much space given because of the offsides.
So official word for both of the penalties. They're both going to get called for roughing there, thanks to our PA in the arena. Of course, Goose doing a great job down there, gives us notification of what the official call is.
Sent around back on the far end. Adrian continues to lead this game. The score, almost a breakaway opportunity there for Brett Whitman, but instead it's corralled by the Stallions. 7:25 to play here in a top 25 match in ACHA Division III ice hockey. And the ice once again tapped away as they battle high off the air. Didn't touch the netting, so we skate on as they get around the back. Out in front, tapped away. Taps around the back here. A little bit of a whiff at it back behind the net. Trying to feed it out in front. Instead it squirts around behind. They're out there by the Stallions. They'll try and send it up back into neutral ice. Down the side. All the way into the back. Corralled out in front. Shot not quite there. Heavy contact once again as the 4-on-4 now concluded. We skate full strength. Poking at it here in the near corner now. Back on this Adrian side. They'll squirt out, go all the way around into the back. Fighting for it there. Break comes out of there with it. He'll skate around to the top. Spin around all the way to the far side. He sends a shot blocked away. Adrian corrals it. They start to move ahead on the breakaway. Schmidt, he has it poked away. Break corrals it, and he'll skate around the back. Send it out ahead and start to transition back onto this attack. Sent back down behind once again. Around there trying to feed it out. Gets blocked off of Brait's skate. Get it over onto the far corner. 5:50 to go here as Adrian continues to lead in this game. Icing called. 2 goals from Adrian in this game, including the goal to give Adrian the lead here in the third.
Of course, that goal being scored by Andrash.
More contact and quick whistle here.
A Stallion player caught the puck and just stood there holding it instead of dropping it, so It's going to be a delay of game on the Stallions. That's unfortunate if you are looking for the number there on this guilty party. It looks like it's going to be number 9 for the Stallions. Hayden Hebard, a senior, making a rookie mistake there. Just didn't drop the puck fast enough.
Opportunity for Adrian to extend their lead, already leading this 10-1 Western Michigan team 3-2. They're going to give themselves a little bit of breathing room as we approach the final 5 minutes of this game. Power play for Adrian. Send it out back behind the net. All the way wrapping back behind. And whistle here. Arm is up from the official.
It's going to be a Stallion once again. We're going to 5-on-3. I think it's roughing as Ethan Potty, another senior, making a rookie mistake. These are things you just can't do. He's letting the moment get too big and causing too much contact there. It was either roughing or contact to the head. I couldn't tell from here.
5-on-3, a golden opportunity for Adrian. In front, over to the far side. Dorchich feeds it into the back. Send it back out in front. Sergey, shot, blocked, shot, goal. Who else? Adonrish extends this lead.
Get your hats ready. Sholyam Andrash with the hat trick as it just deflected, laying down, trying to cover it up.
Hold on a second.
Well, put your hats back on your head. How about that?
If you didn't hear the press call there, said no goal. I believe he said goalkeeper interference, I believe was the call. So no goal. This remains a 3-2 game. And we will skate on. It's still a 5-on-3 power play, however. Here's a shot blocked away and gloved. So interesting there. Maybe we'll see the replay again. See if we can catch what happened there on that last play.
Yeah, as Sergeyev just fires one in, and it looks like, I can't catch the number there. He was poking at the back of the skate. That's what they're going to call there in the crease.
We skate on, 5-on-3. To the far side, off of a skate there and poked over the blue line. Great job there by Collins as he'll chase it down the ice. Adrian will corral it and try and get back on the offense. 45 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Down the ice, losing it into the corner, leaving it back to center ice. Dorchek feeds it over to the far side. They try and send it across ice, not able to get there. Adrian skating around, 30 seconds on the 5-on-3. The far side, rotating around, inside shot deflected away and corralled by Isaac Castor. So he's doing everything he can back in net for them right now, try and keep this game within 1 goal.
Bulldogs doing a good job at setting this up as well, as some nice patience there. Taking the shot himself was Shadell.
Back in action, puck is dropped. 20 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Wrap around to the far side, feet in front, not quite there. It'll go over the blue line and skate down. 5 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Adrian will skate down quickly into the box, out in front. Goes around back behind, cleared off. That'll be a kill on the 5-on-3. Excellent job by the special teams for the Stallions. 10 seconds left on the other power play. And it looks like that's going to get killed off here as well, as the Bulldogs will skate down. More contact, poked away, sent up in the air, tap back to neutral ice. Full strength for both teams. Excellent job by the special teams for Western Michigan. On the defensive side once again, 3 minutes to go in this game. Adrian still leads by 1. Corralled back at center ice. Fed down onto the back corner. Able to corral it there, back behind net. More heavy contact. Whistle called. Is this game getting just a little bit chippy out here, and multitude of penalties in this third period by Western Michigan.
Yeah, this time Jack Williams, he gets called for boarding. That's what the call was earlier, that second penalty of the two that we had just seen the Stallions kill off, and they're going to get sent right back to the box for boarding once again. This time it was the senior, Jack Williams. It's been 3 straight seniors committing these just undisciplined penalties.
Adrian back on the power play, trying to seal this one with a sealing goal if they can find one on the power play. Wrap around, back out in front. Over on top, shot deflected away. Corralled back on the far side. More contact as they drop down. Over to the far side. Shot out in front, tapped around, and corralled by Kressner.
And call gets confirmed. It is 2 minutes for boarding there, as Bulldogs are going to be arguing about that last goal that got pulled off.
But over to the far side. Gets by one. Tries to send it in. Gets around behind net. Trying to feed it around in front. Not quite there. Continue to hold it on the near side. Send it back out around. More contact as they try and clear this out. Not able to do so. Adrian shot. Deflected away and off the eye. Glass in the back. Now on the near side. They continue to poke around with it as they're trying to get this clear. Out to center ice. Fed over on the left side. Shot. Blocked away. Out behind. Get it around on the back. 55 seconds left on this power play as it clears all the way down. Skating down the ice to try and keep it down here as it's poked away. That's Cranes who had it for a second. Instead, it's poked away, corralled by Adrian. They continue to pressure, trying to keep the puck on this end. Just burning time. 35 seconds left on the power play. Now they control it, send it out in front. Not quite there. Taps around, more contact behind net. No call there as it'll head the other direction. Adrian with it, 25 seconds left on the power play. Send it down, wraps around the back. Players collide as they poke around for it, controlled by the Stallions. They'll send it across. Send it down onto the near side. Corralled quickly, shot towards goal. Corralled by Ryan Rainey as we remain with a 1-goal advantage for Adrian. Under a minute to go in the game. 6 seconds left on the Bulldog power play. Time out called by Western Michigan. Final minute of this game coming up next. We'll step aside here on ACTV. Welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena. Josh Mitchell and Sean Whitmer here with you as we are in the final minute of this top 25 ACHA Men's Division III matchup. Adrian College leads number 17 Western Michigan University with a score of 3-2. 6 seconds left on a Bulldog power play. Head around in front, and actually it looks like they called the penalty killed already as there's no goalie now. So yeah, the goalie's been pulled in the final minute. So no goalie. This is full pressure from Western Michigan as they try to establish an opportunity. Tapped away down the ice. Heavy contact once again. All the way into the corner. Remember, there's no goalie. It's an empty net. Back onto the near side. So Tap it away once again as Western Michigan will send it all the way down ice. Nice pass, crossed ice, down in front, tapped away, controlled, tapped away once again, cleared off to the far side. Adrian will chase it down, 15 seconds left. Over, shot, goal! Henry Darrell, the empty net goal to seal it for Adrian.
How about the defensive effort from Henry Darnell, and then he knew what was at stake, sealing the win. He gets down ice, he finds the top shelf. Maybe would have liked to make that goal look a little bit easier than he did. He made it look a little bit too flashy for my liking, but Henry Darnell back in the point column.
Tapped away with 8 seconds to go. The sticks are being banged. The cheers coming from the crowd here at the Arrington. The horn will sound as the Bulldogs will claim a victory over a top 25 opponent. And a 9-game win streak for Western Michigan comes to a close here from the Arrington.
Little comedic there from Ryan Rainey. Game gets done, he gets down and starts bench pressing his net, and there is understanding how big of a win this is. Top 25 matchup, come out victorious, a team that beat you 3 times last year, and you take the first win of this year.
The two teams will shake hands at center ice as it's a 4-2 win for Adrian, and it was a game that really changed pace through the second half. Through the first 30 minutes of this game, we had 0 goals. It was a defensive slugfest. And then bang, the last 30 happened. You got 6 goals, lots of high pressure action both ways. But for Adrian, they claim a huge victory. They improved to 6-3 as they get ready to travel to Western Michigan for a second game of this series tomorrow.
And how about your first big win for first-year head coach Rodney Stewart? Moves to 6-3. He gets his first top 25 win as a head coach for the Bulldogs.
This men's D3 team continues to defend home ice, as you said at the top of the broadcast. Very strong record at home. You claim a very impressive home win.
Like to see this after the game, both squads getting down, and sometimes you'll see it with 3 to 4 players from each team. This is the biggest post-game circle that I've seen in this game, including one coach getting involved in there. Just very nice moment here on the ice.
Competitors, but competitors with a bit of purpose behind it. Playing the same game we all love. Round of applause both from players and the faithful here at the Arrington. So like we said, for this men's D3 team, they will travel to Western Michigan for a second game of this series tomorrow. Here for ACTV, multitude of broadcasts coming up this weekend. Men's D2 hockey, they're hosting Lake Superior State University this evening. And then we got tomorrow, football back in action against Kalamazoo. I believe you'll be there for that one.
Yep, taking the road trip tomorrow. Got to get up at 7:30 to get everything ready and get on the road with the football team to go call that game in Kalamazoo. Should be a fun one, though.
Back here at home, men's soccer, they're hosting Kalamazoo for an MIAA quarterfinal match here on ACTV. That one's scheduled for 3 o'clock, first of the playoff action for ACTV this season.
Yeah, I believe we're going to have Jack Whitehead on the call for that one. Our director of this evening is going to get some playoff action commentary, so it'll be a fun one there for him. It'll be a fun day on Saturday for everyone here involved in ACTV.
Men's ACHA D2 hockey, they'll have their second of their series against Lake Superior State tomorrow as well, along with the women's ACHA D1. They are hosting Grand Valley State tomorrow evening here at the Arrington. Then a Sunday matchup as well, as the Spartans of Michigan State come to town to play ACHA D2 hockey, women's ACHA D2 hockey here from the Arrington. So that's what we got coming up this weekend on ACTV. This one here, your final once again. The Adrian College Bulldogs improved to 6-3. They knock off the formerly 10-1 Northwestern Michigan University Stallions 4-2. For Jack Whitehead, our director, Sean Whitmer, I'm Josh Mitchell. We hope you'll tune in again right here to ACTV.